Hello, hello. We are back, and we are in the Shaded Woods. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next DLC, and I will go back for those bosses. You head to the Shrine of Winter, and examine the snake statues. This is one of the prettier DLCs. The Crown of the Ivory King. This is also one of the tougher ones. You'll note that I've brought back my Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword. The enemies out here are resistant to magic just like every other DLC. But this sword should do us some good. I may go ahead and enchant this sword. Instead of doing magic damage, what enchantment does is it causes the physical scaling to come from intelligence. Maybe a smarter way to go. In fact, do I have the stones I need? Yes, I do. Ho ho! Yes, we shall. Crown of the Ivory King, we shall return. I know I'm being a total cock tease, but I'm serious. They're really resistant to magic out here. It's tempting to just cry. It's so powerful. So, currently, my Magic Pursuer's Ultra Greatsword gets B scaling in strength and B scaling in intelligence. With 273. 273 in each. And 31 and 44, so 75. So that's 400, 540, 600 and some odd damage. So, let's see what enchantment does. Now, enchantment is generally not a good idea unless you're going to have 60 intellect, which I plan to have 60 intellect. That's going to bring it... Oh, and I know it says magic, but it's enchanted. You'll note that it does pure physical. If I were to revert it, it would do pure physical. I'm going to revert it first, just to show how much damage it does. 390 plus 84 damage. Ugh. So let's get some souls. Fun, fun. Whee! Sorry, I'm having too much fun with that. I love my Ultra Great Swords, and I often miss playing with them. Come on, one more of you dogs. Alright. So 390 plus 84. Now I could increase that by wearing the Ring of Blades to 119. And we'll see. 84, I think it's giving me 30-ish. We'll see. Infuse with magic. Huh. So this is going to give me D scaling with intelligence versus B scaling with intelligence. How very interesting. What about bleed? 140. 140. Mundane. Well, we'll do it just to see. FromSoft is more or less lying with those. They don't mean anything. Ugh, plus 59. Wow, that did make it quite a bit worse, didn't it? Okay, so sorry for this little diversion. I'm trying to figure out what I can do here. Oh my god, those enemies are tough. I don't want to deal with that. Okay. Let's respawn those enemies. And we'll make this a magic sword again. Because descaling is not even worth my time. Bam! And we'll kill you. Oi, you. Come here. My spells do more damage. I mean, it makes sense that they do more damage, but they do more damage. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I should have known better. Different weapons interact differently with the infusions. Like, I'm told that Enchanted is actually pretty good for the blue flame. I'm not wanting to try right now. Actually, you know what? I am gonna do it just so that we can see what the difference is. But the blue flame is naturally a weapon that scales with intellect. So B scaling with magic. C scaling otherwise. And C scaling with enchanted. Wow. That's... wow. And you can see it's almost better to go with raw. Well, lesson learned. But instead of magic, I may go ahead and just scale this with something else. Oh, magic is my best bet. Good to know. I should infuse that with poison. One of the interesting tricks with that trident is it can hit 3 times. So you can just stab someone twice with it and do an unbelievable amount of damage. Oh well. We tried. We'll see how the weapon does. It still does a lot of damage, so I'm not too worried. Wait. The hell? Didn't... I could have sworn... Sorry. I could have sworn I infused it. Do I not have any more? Oh my, that would be bad. Ooh. This may be an issue. A puzzle to solve. Not really. I can deal with that. It's not an issue. So we don't have a faint stone. At the very least, I can revert Might be better to just do that. 390 and 84 gives me 474. And that more or less removes scaling. If I get at least 30 scaling, then this is actually better. There we go. Ooh. Ugh, puts me over 51. Well, I mean, I don't need the dagger, so puts me at 50.8. More inventory time. We'll do that in the pretty place, though. I am due for a bit of a wardrobe change. So what do you say we do some wardrobe changing? Get rid of that helm, because I don't want it. Let's see, 3.5. We'll go with that. My pants. 6.9. 6.4. 1.8. Ugh. I've got a lot of heavy gear. Varangian leggings might work for me for a little while. Back to my older stuff. That looks a little warmer. Basically some sweatpants. But you know what? He's the professor. No shame, man. No shame. Hello. There's a Sunbro out here. Wow, that's impressive. Not summoning you yet, though. There's no reason for me to be summoning people just yet. Can you remove the NPC summon? Huh. Interesting. They may have just moved him. Or I might not be able to see him. I do have to unlock the ability to see invisible things out here. So if you head this way... She is not joking. You should absolutely listen to her advice. When you come through this gate, go to the right. Do not go to the left. The reason being, this is a boss fog, and the boss is invisible unless you have a specific item. And it looks like so are the summons. So, we are going to go the other way. As she suggested. Now again, I'm using full physical damage because these enemies are ridiculously resistant. What the fuck was that? So even though theoretically the attack rating of this weapon is gone down, we are actually doing more damage now. Hi. So that weapon they're using is a rapier. It's actually superbly good for intelligence builds. But don't let them trick you. That it's a fast weapon and it hits hard. You gotta play aggressively and get around that blade. Which is yet another reason why ultra great weapons are better than normal. Stagger. Alright, so you can see two enemies, one of the normal soldiers and then that little white one there to the right. That white one won't attack us just yet. I need to put on binoculars. So what we're gonna do there he is. Nope. You can see that weapon is the devil. Their little shield doesn't block 100%, and I have never been parried by them. Not gonna say it's impossible, but just never happened. So yeah, this little white NPC enemy or friend. Yep, this is in fact an enemy, and they will attack you after you clear the area out, once you've triggered a certain event to occur. I'm not gonna spoil it right yet, but it has to do with this storm. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it though. No reason not to. Pick up item. Golden fruit. And there's an enemy to the left. Shoop da whoop. There are dogs down there. I don't see them. Where are they? Ah, they blend in quite well, you'll see. Ugh. Alright, fine. Oi, hello. So, a torch would make it easier to see out here, by the way, if it could stay lit. But one of the effects of this area is that torches cannot stay lit. So, winged spear +7. This area, you actually have to go through it twice. And you'll see why. 5 torches! Such a cool area. Once we clear it out, it's quite the vista. You'll remember these locations. Anytime you see these boulders, they're usually hiding something. You can't break them though, you have to clear the area out and remember to come back. Alright, we got 3 of them out here, 4 of them actually. 1 in there, and you can see from here he's special. 2 there, and 1 over there. I am going to try, well, you can't pull just 1. Kind of like Pringles, only not fun. Yeah, I know, you're gonna snipe me. Just want him. Nope. 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 We're done here. So, I'm fairly certain the snow in this area affects stamina regen. If it doesn't, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but it's a nightmare for me anyway. Once that one with the spear is down, I'm not too worried about the others. Please be the rapier. Yes. I'm not going to use it right now, but I wanted to get it so you can see. it actually does bleed. It's a dex weapon, all the whole 9 yards, but the strong attack fires those. And apparently it can be quite powerful on a sorcerer because it scales with magic for some reason. Come around, friend. No. This friend. Come around. Come around. Come around. Come around. Come on. I don't know why they swing a rapier like that. It's insane. Alright, now this guy is special. You can't backstab him because of those crystals on his back. And he will run off and call his friends. Alright, I keep switching to my binoculars because I'm trying to switch to my witch tree branch. So I'm just going to switch the hands since I'm either casting or doing the other. I can shoot him too. This spell is very useful against them. Well, the other ones, I suppose. There we go. You know, maybe they're not that resistant, and I'm just paranoid. I see you over there. Do you think I'm blind? Problem is his buddy over there is making me nervous. Uh-huh, I knew it! I knew it! You can, however, crit them. Well, you can. I didn't, but you can. No, don't. There we go. You really can't backstab the ones with crystal, like it literally won't even let you. But you can parry them and you can shield break them just fine. You can see there's one right up there. We're going to take him out with spells. Oh, I am pulling back out my dagger. I need that extra little bit of damage. Wait, seriously? 116, 122, that's 4, 5, 6 extra damage. Yay. I'm losing my patience, not a good thing. First rule of Dark Souls. Never lose your patience. When you rush, you die. If anything's pissing you off, just step back, have a sit, take a breath. You'll be okay. They can drop their gear, which is why I'm attacking them. They drop a short sword dagger thing. Can't go down there yet, but soon. That was expensive. Alright, now for the room that I hate. Increase our intelligence. I don't know why. Welcome to my hallway. I don't think you're gonna like it here. That's not so bad. There is a dog down there. Better. Now, we could go through that door right now, but there's no real reason to do it. We will press on, because we need to get a specific item before we bother with the rest of this area. Yes, yes, I see you. Come on. Come on. You can do it. See, no backstabs. But we can utterly destroy them in melee. You know what? I'm gonna kill him first. So, bleed isn't as powerful in Dark Souls 2 as it was in the first Dark Souls. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but I might as well talk about it now since all of these enemies do bleed damage. In this, you lose about a flat 200 hit points, and that's it. It reduces your stamina regen speed too. Excuse me. And that's it. In the first Dark Souls, it would bleed you for a third of your hit points, regardless of how much you had. It was a brutal ability. I'm gonna take a little diversion this way first. This little cave here has a great view, but it's not where we're going. Anyway, back on topic. It's not as good here. Now these guys can be backstabbed if you can get behind them. That's good. That feels good. It can be used in PvP against enemies, though. Not really worth it. And even in PvP, it's not that good. Alright, this is a fun little item. Old Bell Helm. It is a helm that is A, heavy as shit, and B, kinda ridiculous. Formed from an ancient bell. Appears to be a mere curiosity, but is in fact quite practical. The top of the helm provides significant defense. You ever want to look like a moron? Funny thing though, this helm, if you get headshot if someone headshots you while you're wearing the helm, it does not do extra damage. In fact, it will reduce the amount of damage it deals, and you'll get a wonderful dinging noise. Most people only wear it to look ridiculous. It's not that practical, despite its little description. Yes, fine work. You can jump down here, and it's pointless. Ooh, there's a little room there. Interesting. Sorry, I just had a feeling like there's something there that we've all been missing for a couple of years now, but we'll never know. I'm wondering if there's a room down there. So before I go further here, this way leads to a little door, surrounded by torches. Ta-da! You have to light all these torches, and that door will open. Can't light the torches though while the storm is going, so that is something for us to do later. I'm gonna have to change these pants. It looks ridiculous. But you come alright on in here. There's nothing up here. Down here, there's a bonfire. Yay! Alright, I am changing our pants. I just cannot take the look of these. 2.8. Erg. So close. Oh, I'll just deal with being a little overweight. It isn't that bad. Alright. So we got more golems. It's best generally to just wait for that guy and get behind him. There we go. Then we'll trigger this one. Come along. They've got a couple of different weapons they can spawn with their attacks. Get away. Okay, sorry, it doesn't normally go that bad. They've got a spear, a dagger, sword thing, a mace, and a big mace. So, you can see there's a lot of these little crouching ones, but we're not going to worry about them at the moment. We got to worry about him. Behind him, yes. Alright, so, got a sniper up there, essentially. Right there, I don't know if you can see it, there is a crystal golem. You're going to trigger the golem, I think. And back off. Bam. Okay. Be a real shame if I died here. I'm gonna heal. Just we're doing so well, I don't want to die. Alright. We'll go this way first. I want to show it off. Kill her. Fuck her. Actually, I suppose it's possible they're male, but they sound female when they scream. Yep, there is indeed a ring ahead. I believe right around the corner here. Ring of the Embedded. Gain surprises, but take increased damage. Let's see if I can figure out what it'll do for me. This ring is not very useful except for a very specific kind of build. It will significantly reduce your what's the word I'm looking for? Resistances. But it can actually be pretty good for increasing other things. I wonder. Right now, I'm dealing 504. This will increase my vitality, my health, and my endurance. But it's not worth it. Again, only useful on certain builds. Specifically if you carry a lot of heavy armor, it can be useful. Wow, that is a complete miss. Golf swing. You have a lot of health. You can die. And Dark Dance. Not a spell we're ever going to use, but I wanted to grab it. And I probably won't come back here. Hello? Oh, it's a Radiant Life Gem. Okay. You have to kill them after triggering the event, but for the moment you don't have to. Hello? Liar. Yeah, a lot of people try and say that that's a door. It's not. It looks like it should be, but it's not. Can't open that door yet. Alright, so these guys are tough, but they're not too bad. They're predictable. That guy will snipe you, though, if you hang out over here too long. Alright, so you have two directions you can go. If you go left, there's another one of those knights with the lance that we just fought. Then there's 3 of them. And behind them is a bonfire through that door. But we can't open that door, so we're gonna go this way first. Little fucker who sniping me. I don't take well to being sniped. I don't take kindly to people who don't take kindly. Alright, you're up here. Let's do this. I believe that's technically a grab. Whee! Sorry, I know I make it look easy, but those guys brutalize people all the time. I'm just so... I've run this area so much. Alright, so you might be tempted to explore that way. Don't. There's invisible fuckholes. And I'm not going to say it in a nice way. I'm not going to use polite words. They are fuckholes and they are invisible. We will come back when we can see them. But they will trigger those bows and murder you. Just showing there's a chest over here. We'll have to come back for it. This one murders me all the time, so I'm gonna kill her. She's not gonna murder me right now, but you can see he thinks he's sneaky, but he's not. So we are above an area earlier, which I failed to show you, but I will be showing it to you later. You have to come up here and pull this lever. Otherwise, you can't get through the passage that's down there. And that's why. It's filled with those things, and they're apparently quite heavy. Come on, friend. Pink. Should I go there? Should I go there? Alright, well, I've been talking about how there's invisible stuff, right? And maybe you don't believe me for whatever reason. There's an invisible ladder right here. No, I'm not Spider-Man. If you don't know it's there, you'd never notice. Blah. There's no way to even get up here without using that ladder. I missed it my first time through. Splintering Lightning Spear. Very cool miracle. Uh-oh. That did not go as planned. Whew. Okay. Sorry, I hate dogs. Not real dogs, mind you, just those monstrosities. So you can just go through that door on the bottom there, you'll see in a moment. But the way I took is supposed to be more efficient. The idea is you're supposed to make that jump. For some reason, my controller did not register the click. I didn't jump. Such is the way of Dark Souls. But this door opens from the other side too. You can see that's where we fought that dude. You can come up in here and go through the door, or you can go up the invisible ladder. Since I know the ladder is there, I take the invisible ladder. It works every time. Alright, there's a guy down to our right, but first, take in that view. So relaxing after such a friggin' nerve-wracking area, especially going through here the first time. Really? I would rather not die. Fuck. And that is Dark Souls. I would rather not die, but I don't get to choose. I'm gonna do something stupid and rush this way. We'll see how far I get before I die a second time. I do not feel like fighting all of those again. These enemies will leash eventually, so it's not entirely crazy. Since they're fairly predictable in how they attack, I should be able to get pretty far. It's those guys who are the threat. Yep. Didn't expect that. Alright, I'm probably gonna have to turn and fight here in a moment if I don't want to lose everything. I'm definitely gonna have to kill this guy. Alright. I think I wasn't followed. Maybe I'm wrong. Ow. Hi. Okay. Yes, yes. Come on, let's fight up here. Fighting you in your little home down there is unwise. Yes. Let your pathing errors be the end of you. Magic does work on them, they're just really resistant. As you can see, my soul spear was not doing that much damage. Alright, so this is a choice. You have a drop down and you don't get to go back. Whee! Let me out of here indeed. Crimson water. Good to have. I need it.
And never look back. No one must ever find that which is sheltered in the Neamnoise.
So, glowy! Run to the glowy. The Eye of the Priestess. Eye of the first priestess who watched over Elium Lois allows one to see the unseen. All the great priestesses replaced one of their birth eyes with this, returning it after their term was complete. This allows us to see things that are invisible. Ain't no hiding from me now. See? Note how we looked over here before and we couldn't see him. Nope. Not even gonna let you have a chance there, friend. Well, since we made it this far, I'll use a humanity. We're actually really close to a bonfire. I'm fairly safe using that humanity, I think. We'll see. Bonfire! We're starting to develop quite a few souls. You know what? Fine. You can get that staff that they're using, by the way. It's not a very good staff, but you can get it. If you have low intellect, it's a good staff because it has no requirements and no scaling. So if you want to use spells at a really low level, it's a good choice. Now they, if I recall, are very resistant to spells. Yeah. But, well, I guess my best option is to just rush her. I'm wanting him to come to me. Ow. Elium Lois, how I hate you. I think once I get through this area and back to the bonfire, I'll probably call it quits for the evening because it's getting late and I'm getting tired. And I'm getting impatient because I'm tired. Well, that was unnecessary. Glad I dodged all that. Shit. I'm gonna have to kill that sorceress. I don't know why I didn't. There we go. Much better. That guy generally won't attack you. I've had it happen, but as long as you're down here, he's not really interested. Wow. Okay. She was right there in the door, wasn't she? Alright. So, this room is going to be important later. Ugh, I hate those so much. So much. So we're probably going to get invaded here. I should go human for this. I don't know if I'm already past the point where it's supposed to happen. Nope, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and push forward just because it doesn't really matter. Not as intended. Nope. Okay. So, I don't like what I'm hearing. Sounds like something activated. Something that shouldn't be able to activate. The hell? No way it activated. Quiet, you. Huh. So that weird loud stomping noise. It's the sound these make, but they're frozen. I'm not entirely certain what just... that makes me very nervous. Okay. You'll notice these barrels lying around here. There's one in particular you should be concerned with. This guy can parry too. Generally, he doesn't give two shits about sorceries. There we go. He's actually quite difficult to kill. But he was disguised as one of these barrels. So you come all the way down through here, you open this up, and... Silver Talisman. That's the item he used. Okay. And we are back out here. And you'll notice we can see summon signs now. Steelheart Ellie, mind you, but technically a summon sign. There should be another one in here, though. Yep. Masterless Glencore. Our good friend. We're going over here. Whoop, 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 whoop. I am going to increase my level by 1 point. Then we will make one attempt at the boss. And then we will call it a night. No more souls. Okay.
There until...
Can I upgrade it? No. Okay. Oh, I can put in 2 points. Nice. Huh? Yeah. We're going to 60. Whew. To Elium Lois. Now this boss actually is not my favorite. I don't enjoy it. But the boss of this entire DLC, the actual Ivory King, oh boy do I love that fight. Ooh, there's Sumbro. It's King again. Alright. Aw. I'm honestly a little surprised there's people playing right now. With Dark Souls 3 out, I assumed the community would be primarily playing that. Not that there's not a reason to play this, but alright, well. So I have a choice. I'm gonna go see if there's any players. Player summons are useful on this fight. NPCs, not so much. Definitely don't want Steelheart Ellie. She does not do enough damage. She's tough, but she doesn't do enough damage. And this boss is hard enough to control as it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. This boss is ridiculously resistant to magic. I'm not even gonna bother using magic. In fact, I'm going to switch, give myself a little more health. It's not a lot, but you'd be surprised. At what will help you survive. Alright. Let's do this.
This dead city has nothing to offer. Go back. Do not seek the old chaos, nor its twisted flame.
And now we can see Ava. Let's fight over here, Ava. Shit. So Ava has magic. Fuck. I'm dead. I survived. Don't spin. Think I'm okay. Okay. No more damage. If I can do this without taking too much more damage, I should be fine. Okay. Oh. Well, that wasn't too bad of an attempt. You can see Ava the White Tiger. Gorgeous boss. Horrible fight. I hate it so much. Not Bed of Chaos bad, but painful. Well, let's humanity up and say our goodnights. Have fun out there.